On the floor.
Now, introducing the starters.
Hi, everybody. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the point. And for Phoenix, Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Mason Plumlee, and it's Dunn in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Here's Booker. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
He's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
And the three-pointer goes.
And with how well LaVine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Dunn outside. Back to Durant. Dunn outside. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive board. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked Coach how they plan on bottling up DeMar DeRozan, and he kept the answer simple. Stay attached and stay in front of him. DeMar loves to get to his spots, and we know where those are, so we just have to make him work for it. I'm sure they'll be trying to limit his mid-range looks, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Great screen by LaVine. Better IQ knowing how to roll to the basket.
Here's Beal. Deflects the pass. Here's Ellis. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Dunn. Pass to Durant. They need this. Zach LaVine clears it away.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
DeRozan with the bucket.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Booker. Dunn with it. Defended by DeRozan. Dunn. The pass to Booker. LaVine against Beal. 4 on the clock. And he makes it on the layup.
What a critical bucket. This game could have gotten out of hand early if they allowed that run to go much longer.
Here's LaVine. And LaVine throws it down.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Now here's Booker. The kick to Durant. There's the 3. He buries it from 3.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Ellis. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Check out Beal with the floater, beating the coverage with a graceful shot.
And the Kings have held tough. but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level. You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Now here's Durant. And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Outside Levine. Three-pointer. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Done. The pass to Booker. Plumlee, a screen on DeRozan. Here's Booker. And he can't get that one.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Oh, and the jam by Levine.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Now here's Booker. Drains the triple. Booker's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Levine passes to Murray. Back to Levine. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. He's got 9.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Outside Durant. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
DeMar DeRozan picks one up.
You look at Durant's game and you instantly see all the hours of hard work that went into shaping it. He's so polished in every area. His skills are so sharp.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Outside for Levine. And stolen by Booker. It'll count. He can't get that one to fall. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And taking a look at Sacramento's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Taking a look at the Kings, DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position.
A rare 3 for DeMar DeRozan. He's a different type of wing. He would much rather step in and knock down the mid-range too.
Now here's Booker. Tight defense on him. Beal's shot is off. The Kings lead by 12. Here's Levine. Levine flying in for the slam.
Boy, Zach LaVine. Sheesh, that was me.
And so it's Phoenix with it. You know, when it comes to Keegan Murray, it's his all-around presence that helps this team, Richard.
Yeah, he's a very talented glue guy. He doesn't make a ton of splash plays, but he is steady and consistent, and coaches love players like that.
And Sacramento has possession. The Suns getting their last shot to go. Ellis, good.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
Now here's Booker. He's got 7. Up top, Durant. Shot clock at 6. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Inside, Durant's scoring instincts take over, helping him find a path to that difficult shot.
Here's Murray. Oh,
yes.
Whoa. Throw it down.
Oh! Yeah, that was a big-time flush. I love whenever Murray takes flight like this.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high-percentage looks. Beal is just a Picasso in that mid-range.
Here's DeRozan. Rebounded by Dunn.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
There's Booker on the attack. And Booker with the jam.
Boy, Booker has so many ways to beat you on that offensive end.
Here's Ellis. Booker defending. Ellis passes to Levine. And another miss by Sacramento.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
For three, Durant. Sacramento grabs the miss. Back come the Kings in transition. Murray from outside, and it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Levine's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Booker.
2 minutes remaining. In
Durant with a screen on DeRozan. Dunn's shot is good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
And it's Levine with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They lead by 11. And Levine throw it down.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
Minute 32 left in the first half of this game. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance. And it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. And that one's good by Durant.
So fluid pulling up to shoot. Durant's range is one of the biggest strengths of his game.
Here's Levine. Oh, wow!
I didn't see that coming.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Screen by Durant. Booker, the pass to Durant. Clock at 6. The layup misses. The Kings lead by 12. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. They set the pick. Here's Ellis. That three's off the mark. The Suns have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Durant for 3. Valanciunas with a rebound. Levine surveys the D. And so it's Sacramento going into the break up 12. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, Zach LaVine has been sensational.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Nick Richards. Tyus Jones is out there with Grayson Allen. Then it's Royce O'Neal, and it's Cole in at the 4. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Misses the baby hook. The Kings lead by 12. Hook loose. Allen against Monk. Pass to Jones. Back to Allen. And here's Richards. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. O'Neal on the wing. Back to Richards. And the layup is good off the glass.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
First team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And here's Sabonis outside. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And here's Jones. No made baskets yet. O'Neal passes to Jones. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. Bowl, no good. The Kings lead by 10. Outside Monk. Sabonis with a screen on Jones. Out to Sabonis. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul. And there's Sabonis. That one's good. On the assist by Monk.
Sabonis. 3-point field goal.
The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Outside O'Neal. Allen outside. Back to O'Neal. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Kings. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Now here's Sabonis. Monk for 3. Fires, hitting the triple. Monk's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
One of the best passing bigs in the league. You can run your offense through Sabonis. He makes great decisions.
Outside Bull. Jones from outside. Buries it from 3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Monk. Shot clock at 6. Sabonis with a screen on Bull. Out to Sabonis.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Suns ball.
Suns trail by 13. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Allen. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Outside Jones. That's tipped. Pass to Richards. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, O'Neal. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Richards. Richards has gotten his second bucket.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Using that momentum as a launching pad. Sabonis showing some athleticism with the finish.
Jones feels it out. Pass to Bull. Back to Jones. Richards with it. Outside Jones. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sacramento leading by 13. Outside Monk. Here's Lyles. Puts up a 3. He can't hit that time. 19 seconds left in the third. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. Outside Monk. Sabonis, high post. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Sabonis has got 7 points for the quarter. And so it's Sacramento in a good situation, up by... Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Sacramento has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Taking a look at the Kings. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the one.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Booker looking around. Outside Durant. Outside Booker. It doesn't go for him. Great D that time from Murray. The Kings lead by 16. Right side LaVine. And the Kings with another three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Now here's Dunn. The kick to Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Dunn outside. There's the triple. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds now. Here's DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
Oh, guess what? DeMar DeRozan with another and one, finishing it off. That takes a strong physical and mental game.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Kings.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Murray passes to DeRozan. Back to Murray. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
Now here's Beal. Durant with a screen on LaVine. The kick to Durant. Will it go? That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Here's Ellis. Booker defending. Pass to LaVine. Here's Ellis. Booker defending. Fires the three. No good that time. And so it's Beal who brings up the ball for the Suns. From deep three-point land. Durant with another miss.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Valanciunas, good.
I like it. An old school 5. Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
2 minutes.
Here's Beal. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's LaVine. Oh, big finish.
Wow. Okay, I see you. What determination from LaVine, finding his finish despite the contact.
Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Outside Durant. Left side Booker. The kick to Durant. Over Murray. Durant, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there. And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Kings.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Zach LaVine.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
Outside Durant. Dunn outside. Pass to Booker. Hauled in by the Kings. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Ellis passes to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Assisted.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Here's Ellis.
Blocking
Booker
foul.
defending. And there's the call on Devin Booker.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul of the
Second
game.
team foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
8 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Murray. DeRozan a screen for three. And Keegan Murray good for three.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
The end of the game.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. Boy, this...
in tonight's... What are you watching closely?
Well, the thing that jumps out at me, Kevin, is the guard matchup. I mean, both teams have tremendous backcourts, and I really think whoever is able to win or control that battle is going to win the game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1.
Textbook and perfectly executed that alley-oop for Edwards.
Booker against McDaniel. And the dunk by Booker.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Following the score by Phoenix. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniel. They get it back. And stolen by Dunn. Booker looking around. And the dunk by Booker.
2 emphatic points. Devin Booker.
And here is DiVincenzo. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Phoenix. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be. And Durant doesn't need to get up too high to throw it down. I think he could be dunking well into his 60s.
Over in the corner, Edwards. Back to McDaniel. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Plumlee with a screen on Edwards. Got a piece of it. Dunn dishes to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. Launches it from deep. Durant, no good. Minnesota in the lead. Edwards passes to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
This is where Gobert likes to park himself, right around the rack.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle.
2 minutes remaining.
He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Beal against Edwards. Fires the 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. KD finds Plumlee. KD against McDaniel. Beyond the arc. Gobert pulls it in. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Carries it from three-point range. DiVincenzo's got 6.
And And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from there.
Dunn looking over the floor. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to KD. Minnesota with the rebound. It's Edwards on the wing. Dunn covering. And Randall throws it down.
Just another way Randall can beat you. Good hands for the catch and finish at the rim.
Kicks it out to Booker. Plumlee sets the pick for Booker. And it's off from three-point range. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Minnesota?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Plumlee in at the foul spot. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. So it's the Timberwolves now. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Edwards, a screen on Booker. Booker against DiVincenzo. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
DiVincenzo's got major bounce now. This kid is a big-time leaper. He can play at the rim and above it, too.
Booker against McDaniel. Booker going to work inside.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Edwards looking it over. Takes a three. Plumlee with the rebound. Suns trail by 6. Here's Booker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace. Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Gobert with a screen for Edwards. Inside. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
What a finish by Gobert, absorbing the foul to earn an and-one trip.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Plumlee against DiVincenzo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be a Mason Plumlee.
Wow, when DiVincenzo sees daylight, he does not hesitate at all. Strong move there.
Greg, in the process to bring in all their stars, the Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Durant with a screen on McDaniel. Just 4 to shoot. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Durant.
Players with KD's size generally don't have that quick release, too. Incredible combination for him.
Edwards inside. He's covered by Beal. And Edwards with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Beal finds KD. The offensive rebound.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Edwards against Dunn. Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
KD sets the pick for Dunn. KD on the wing. Dunn with it, picked up by Edwards. From the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randle with power.
Durant kicks to Plumlee. Here's Dunn. Pass to Plumlee. Durant against Randall. Durant, the pass to Plumlee. Back to Durant. Over Randall. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Edwards, that's good.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Durant kicks to Booker. Durant with a screen on McDaniels to end the cold streak. Done outside. KD looking around. And that one released in time, but no good. And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Timberwolves lead by... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. At the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
On the court for Minnesota, Miller is out there with Naz Reid. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the small forward. Here's Alexander-Walker, defended by Allen. And another three for Minnesota.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Here's Alexander-Walker, defended by Allen. Reid with a screen on Allen. Here's Alexander-Walker. No good on the triple.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They get a hand on it. Here's Jones into the lane. That one good for 2.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Alexander Walker passes to Reed. It's good from long range.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander Walker.
First team.
That's his first foul. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Jones, no luck. Minnesota leading by 17. Now, Alexander Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. O'Neal from long range. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Alexander Walker with the ball. Fires from deep. The rebound by Richards. Suns trail by 17. And Clark, here's a great guy to have in the rotation. Nickeil Alexander Walker.
Loved him in college. Loved his versatility, and I thought it would translate nicely to the NBA. Took him a minute to find his rhythm, but he's got great length, which makes him versatile defensively, and he can play with just about anybody because he's got good all-around offensive skills.
Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Alexander Walker, guarded by O'Neal. 6 to shoot. Driving the lane, and the layup falls. Alexander Walker's got 5 now.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Alexander Walker, no good with the triple. Suns trail by 17. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Richards passes to O'Neal. Back to Richards. Pass to O'Neal. Richards with it. Releases. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Minnesota leading by 17. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Alexander Walker, defended by Allen. Now, Alexander Walker. He has 5. 4 on the clock. And Bull pulls it down. O'Neal looking around. And Jones has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Timberwolves. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
First team foul.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Edwards finds DiVincenzo. Puts up a 3. Edwards, no good. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 17. Here's Booker. Pass to Beal. Booker inside, defended by DiVincenzo. And Durant gets it to go, the assist from Dunn. Durant's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Suns. Outside Edwards. Edwards at full speed and finished off by Edwards.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Drills it from outside.
3-point field
Edwards
goal.
got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, once Edwards flips that switch, now he stays fully engaged. His offensive arsenal is on full display.
Stolen by McDaniels. And now the Timberwolves on the break. DiVincenzo with it. Now Beal defending. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Minnesota.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lane. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And, you know, they've been stupendous challenging shots and protecting the rim. Their block numbers really reinforce what we've seen from them in terms of rim protection.
Outside Edwards. That three off the mark. Suns trail by 20. Beal up top. Edwards defending. Here's Plumlee. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And Booker kicks to Durant. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
This is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Gobert with a screen on Beal. Edwards passes to Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 19.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
You got to have guts and hops to pull off a dunk like that. Randall got a lot of both.
Randall against Durant. Durant with a screen on McDaniel. And the dunk by Booker.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Timberwolves.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Anthony Edwards.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
Free throw good, Booker. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well. And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
KD, a screen on McDaniel. And Booker kicks to KD. Offensive rebound. 23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it goes down 2 points. And Randall has got the ball here for Minnesota. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Now here's Edwards. Fires away from outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with
Tuning in. Case. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. Tipped! Now Randle. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist by Randle.
Nice way to start the game. That's where you'd like to get your shots from.
Valanciunas with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Levine for 3. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I mean, with his height and size, stopping Valanciunas just isn't an option sometimes. What a jam.
DiVincenzo against Levine. DiVincenzo pass to Edwards. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Here's Ellis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Gobert. Sacramento grabs the miss.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Ellis passes to Murray. Outside Levine. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Edwards can't hit. Edwards against Levine. From the arc. Valanciunas sets a screen. Shot by Levine, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Minnesota again missing.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
From behind the arc. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Outside Edwards. From outside the arc. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Look, if Edwards is hitting that shot, there's not much you can do defensively to stop him.
Here's Levine. And the officials call goaltending. And we're going to get a coach's challenge here. From his point of view, the official
play will be reviewed under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Such a fine line. Clear and conclusive evidence never comes into effect more than on these calls.
Well, that's what's great about the coach's challenge on calls like this. We're able to slow down the action and see exactly where the ball is when it's touched. Hard to do that in real time. And here we go. The call will stand.
That'll cost them a timeout and their one and only coach's challenge. Goaltending calls can be so tough to make. You understand why he wanted a closer look at it, but we'll see if he regrets it.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Edwards a screen on Levine. It's Edwards on the wing. Randle on the screen. It's Edwards. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammate.
Valanciunas with a screen on McDaniels. Here's Levine for three. And they get it back. Clock at 6. Here's Murray. McDaniels with the rebound.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Edwards looking for an opening. Randall on the screen. Edwards, that's good. Edwards got 9.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And that doesn't go either for Levine. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves, hunting for opportunities, leading. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the Kings.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Levine for 3. Ooh, Levine with another miss.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Takes a 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Here's Ellis. Kicks it to DeRozan. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
Rudy Gobert picks one up.
A high-effort play by DeRozan. But his ability to absorb the foul and still put up the shot, magnificent.
And he sinks the second and stand over his long NBA career. DeMar DeRozan honing in his game.
Yeah, Brian, and he's patterned it after his idol, Kobe Bryant. He's also an excellent shot creator. His development as a passer has helped make him a very productive offensive focal point.
Good work there as it goes. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Levine against DiVincenzo. And there's the foul. It's on Zach LaVine. That's his first foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Timeout called, Sacramento. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Pass to Gobert. Lets it go. Gobert showing his skill inside.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Here's Ellis. And Gobert with a block. DiVincenzo against DeRozan. DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in the game. Valanciunas with a screen on Edwards. The deep 3 from Levine. And another miss by Sacramento. The Timberwolves lead by 15. Strong. Oh, he packs it down.
That That is incredible. Well, just look at that power. Edwards is unbelievable.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Edwards. With the drive, just 5 to shoot. Here's Gobert. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
Pass to Murray. Outside Levine. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. For 3, DiVincenzo hits the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got 7. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Randall finds Edwards. 1:03 left in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Ellis with a rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Levine for 3, and another Sacramento 3.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Murray against Randall. For 3, DiVincenzo. Rebound by Sacramento. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine. Oh, look at Levine getting it done in the paint.
Proving once again, Levine is not all dunks and threes.
Here's Edwards. From deep three-point range. They get the rebound. Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
So we conclude the first half. It's Minnesota. They lead by 13. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker, he's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Nas Reed out there with Miller, and it's Shannon in at the point.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pump for 3. Unable to get that one. Minnesota leading by 15. Pass to Shannon. There's a screen. Outside, Alexander Walker. Boom! He jams it straight down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And Coach, how about Nas Reed, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
Minnesota shooting their first free throw in this game. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
And there's a defensive 3-second call. Minnesota shooting their second free throw attempt on the night.
At the line for the Timberwolves.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Reed, a screen on Crowder. Here's Alexander Walker. Knocks it down from distance. Alexander Walker's got 7.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
And it's Monk missing. And here's Minnesota now. 9 points in a row, a good run going. Here's Minot. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
And the basket by Monk.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Minot. Monk grabs the miss. And so Monk will bring it up for Sacramento. Pass to Sabonis. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Still Kings ball.
And here's Monk. Sabonis, high post. Stolen by Reed.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left in the third quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Malik Monk. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Shannon. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Minot. Crowder with a steal.
The pump fakes are risks because you're exposing the ball. You have to be careful because a solid defender will easily steal it.
Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Outside, Alexander Walker. A minute and a half left to play in the third quarter. Pure from three-point range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
On the wing, Crowder, covered by Alexander Walker. Launches it. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Shot clock at 6 from 9 feet. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Guys, he is on fire this quarter. I mean, what an incredible scoring performance.
Deflected. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Gets the 3 to fall. Monk's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Alexander Walker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Outside Monk. Fires for 3. And another Sacramento 3.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Outside, Alexander Walker. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Minnesota ending the period up by a staggering 23 points. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And the Kings shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ellis in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Valanciunas, good.
Jonas Valanciunas.
DiVincenzo with it. Pass to Edwards. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan. And it's Sacramento's ball. Fires the 3. And the Kings with another 3.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Edwards. Out to the right wing. Gobert with it. Picked up by DeRozan. For 3, Randall gets the 3 ball to go. Randall's got his first 3 points of the game.
No hesitation from the big man, Randall. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
Ellis passes to Valanciunas. Here's Ellis. Murray, a screen on DiVincenzo. Here's Ellis. And he converts the layup.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Minnesota leading by 20. Right side, Edwards. Fires from deep. Here's Gobert. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It's on Zach LaVine. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Yeah, all throughout the game, the opposition hasn't been able to keep them off the glass, and they're paying for it, giving up second chance points.
Here's DeRozan. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
For 3, Randall. Great D that time from Murray. Sacramento has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul of the game. Here's Edwards. 3-pointer. And rebounded by Zach LaVine.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Ellis, good. Stan, you coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
And he makes it.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
Gobert finds Edwards. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this 4th quarter. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Timberwolves.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Anthony Edwards.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Outside Edwards. Launches a 3. Nails it from three.
Anthony Edwards.
And the Timberwolves lead by 20.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
The ball's knocked loose. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Levine. Valanciunas sets a screen from deep. Ooh, Levine with another miss. Now here's McDaniels. Randall outside, and he commits the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
McDaniels from long range, offline. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. A statement road. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that about wraps it up. Alongside Stan Van.
We at the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with O'Neal. And it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. Durant for 3, and the 3 ball is good.
As soon as he's shot ready, Kevin Durant, the rise and fire on the pull-up jumper, that is sweet.
Murray against KD. Levine, a screen on KD. Levine feeling it out a bit. 5 on the clock. There's the drive, and then Levine with the jam.
Such a big-time athlete. Levine makes the hardest moves look easy.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game here.
At the line for the Suns, Devin Booker.
And the technical free throw is good. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working, and the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent, they want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team. DeMar DeRozan, opportunistic right there, showing he can be a vertical threat.
Outside, KD. Back to Booker from downtown. Rebounded by Valanciunas. On offense, here are the Kings. Levine with it. He's picked up by KD. Murray, good.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Sacramento foul. Ellis. First personal foul. First team foul.
Sacramento on defense. It's a 3-point game. Richards passes to KD. Levine against Booker. Back to Durant from past the arc.
Boy, nicely contested by Levine. He can be a smothering defender when focused.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Beal. Booker with no one around. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Kick out to Levine. A wide open look here for DeRozan. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Levine's got 3 assists in the game. Right wing. Outside for Durant. Drills the 3-pointer. KD's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Phoenix.
The answer from Kevin Durant, not having any of it.
Pass to Valanciunas. Murray outside. Valanciunas dishes to Ellis. Levine inside the 3-point line. And that one's on target from the wing.
I tell you, that jumper of Levine, so pure looking when he's in rhythm.
A deep 3 from Durant. A 3-pointer off the mark. Kings leading now by 7. And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Up again. It's good on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
The Suns have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Good ball movement here by the Suns. O'Neal, no good. And BlackJesus has got the ball here for the Kings. DeRozan against Beal. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Knocks down the three ball. Murray's got 8 points.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
A floater. That one misses. Good D by Booker. Suns trail by 12. Richards finds Beal. Richards with it. KD looking around. O'Neal on the wing to end the run. Second shot opportunity. DeRozan against KD. 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. Shoots over DeRozan. Misses off the left iron.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Keegan Murray getting it done for Sacramento. He notched 8 points. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Kings really take control here.
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot.
Boy, no hesitation right there. You see Kevin Durant assertive on the offensive end.
Ellis. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Sacramento.
They're really bucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And the jam by Levine.
Oh, what a finish by Zach LaVine. Off his feet in a hurry, folks.
O'Neal on the wing. Pass to KD. They get it again. This one for 3. Kevin Durant, bullseye. Money on the 3.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful, and because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
Here's Murray, and that comes off the assist by Levine. Murray's got 10.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Outside for Durant. O'Neal outside. Pass to Booker. Off target with his 3. Kings leading now by 13. Levine wide open. On the wing, Levine. Takes the 3. Sinks the triple. 11 points in the game. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Come on, guys. That is big-time, deep range. Beal extending for that one.
Levine against Beal. Levine passes to DeRozan. Wide open look here for Murray, and another 3 for Sacramento.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to O'Neal. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Sacramento's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. LaVine gets the bucket.
Yeah, there's the versatility LaVine brings to your team. This guy can go on scoring runs and keep you afloat.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he was something else. Hey, thank you. Off target from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
LaVine finds DeRozan. And that comes off the assist by LaVine. LaVine's got 6 assists now in the game. Tries to keep it alive. Suns trail by 17. Beal dishes to Booker. No good on the three.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LaVine sets the screen for DeRozan. LaVine against O'Neal. LaVine kicks to DeRozan. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Excellent possession by this basketball team. Set DeMar for an easy opportunity inside.
Back to Booker. And here's KD for 3.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Sabonis is out there with Lyons. And there's Monk, then it's Jay Crowder, and it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. The shot's good from Monk, and the Kings lead by 19.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
And there's the defensive 3-second call. Suns have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. And so he hits the technical free throw. Pass to Bull. Here's Plumlee. They grab their own miss. Now here's Jones. Shot clock at 6. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Files a screen on Jones. Monk attacking. To the middle. Shot's good by Lyons. Lyles got his first points of the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Dunn, wide open, he fires, and that comes off the assist by Jones.
3 points.
Dunn's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Jones, no luck. Kings leading now by 17. Monk, no one around him. Crowder kicks to Monk. The three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Outside, Jones. A three-pointer, no good. The Kings have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Monk, the pass to Sabonis. Drains it from beyond the arc. Sabonis has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Don't sleep on the big man now. Domantas Sabonis can be effective in catch and shoot.
Allen kicks to Jones. Done outside. Nobody near Allen. Phoenix, no good that time either. Sacramento's gone 6 of 11 when they're taking the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. That one goes. Count it.
Domantas Sabonis is one of the outstanding passers from the post position that we have in today's game. If you're open, he'll find you.
Good ball movement here by the Suns. Pass to Jones. Back to Dunn to halt the run, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. Jones against Monk. Lyles hits a screen for Monk. Now Lyles. Monk outside. Fires the three. And Bull pulls it down. Suns trail by 19. Allen passes to Bull. And here is Dunn. Puts up a deep three. Back to Bull. Bull against Monk. His three-pointers off the mark. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Jones, no luck. Sacramento leading by 19 points. And the dunk by Lyles.
And it's great to watch Monk share the ball. He's a more than capable passer when his mind is right.
Jones kicks the Bull. And again, it's the Suns missing. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the Kings. And the dunk by Lyles.
Oh, big finish. Emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jones, the pass to Bull. Now, here's Dunn. Nailed from three-point land. Dunn's got 9 points now in just the second half. Lyles a screen on Jones. Monk for three. And no good. And so it's Sacramento closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Kings leading now by 20. On the court for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Royce O'Neal is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in its center.
I'll tell you, when DeRozan makes that kind of drive with authority, he's as explosive as anyone in this league.
Here he goes. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Stolen by Ellis. And it's slammed in by Ellis.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. It feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Yep, it counts.
Well, so great when your offense produces a shot that close to the rim. The rest of the work becomes easier.
Kicks it out to Ellis. Now, here's Valanciunas. Defense right on him. DeRozan surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. Driving in. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. DeRozan's got 6 here in this quarter. Phoenix shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Offensive rebound. Richards outside for Beal. Trains the three-pointer.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And Ellis throws it down.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Pass to Beal. Outside, KD. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
This guy's mechanics are just pure. Kevin Durant, folks, turn the lights out if you allow him to get a three-point shot off.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Back to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Durant finds Booker. Back to KD. And KD throws it down.
And so it's going to end up in the record book as a blowout, a dominating performance for Sacramento.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Zach LaVine.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And Sacramento has possession. LaVine for 3. The rebound by KD.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Beal with it. Now defended by LaVine. Beal the pass to Richards. O'Neal with it. Just 5 on the clock. Beal dishes to Durant. Good on the three-point shot.
Kevin Durant just understands how to find the open spots on the floor. His scoring line, proof of him getting to the efficiency we always look to. Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
For 3, Booker. No good there. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They poured it on a nice dominant showing in front of the crowd that loved it. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific
teams like to slow it down and play their half-court sets.
When you're a young player, that can be a bit frustrating, but when you're a vet, you welcome games like this where everyone can take their time.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards, and it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, great teamwork. Randall has a terrific connection with his teammates. Love when he goes after those alley-oops.
Here's Booker. The shot won't fall. McDaniels with some nice D. And here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Durant, the pass to Booker. Durant with a screen on McDaniels. The kick to Durant. Lays it up and banks it in.
I love the confidence that Durant plays with. The closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Durant with a screen on McDaniels. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Timberwolves. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And it's Randall with the jam.
Yeah, terrific transition hustle from Randall. Getting out there and completing the fast break. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Now here's Booker. Pass to O'Neal. Over Edwards. That shot is good by O'Neal. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Randall a screen on Booker. For 3, DiVincenzo. Richards pulls it in. The Suns have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Durant driving in. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Outstanding at penetrating to the rim. Durant's long strides, they're just tough to keep pace with.
Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get posted.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Minnesota's head coach. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and coach said with most guys you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Durant with a screen on Edwards. The kick to Durant. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Randall. 10 points for him. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Booker. Pass to Durant. Jacks up a 3. Sinks it from distance. Durant's got 9.
Hard to stop Durant when he's set up like this. He's so well positioned to score.
Edwards with it. Beal picks him up. DiVincenzo against Booker. Edwards a screen on Booker. Back to Edwards. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Outstanding work in close. Edwards is just so confident from this area.
Durant inside. Randall's there. Back to Durant. Lets the three fly. McDaniels with the rebound. The Timberwolves have got 6 of 8 shots to go. The three, DiVincenzo. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. He gets it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
On the court right now for the Suns. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
Oh, the ever-expanding range of Devin Booker, making you pick him up pretty much at half court.
And here's Edwards outside. They get it back. Here's Gobert. Second shot opportunity. Shots blocked. And he recovers it. Gobert hammers it home.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical. Get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Throw it down on the lob.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Richards. His first shot attempt. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. Clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. And that one is stuffed right through.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Edwards with a step, and Edwards slams it in.
Oh my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, that's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents. Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Now here's Durant. He's got 11. What a throwdown from KD.
This is an intelligent play call by Durant, shaking up the defense so he can find his angle.
Outside Edwards. From downtown, Durant pulls it in. The Suns have gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Dante DiVincenzo. Well, Richard, you attempted to guard Kevin Durant in your playing days. How hard was that?
It was not easy. He's an elite scorer, ball handler. Oh, yeah, he's also 7 feet tall. KD is one of the toughest assignments that you will ever face.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 7. 1:49 left in the second period. The three, DiVincenzo nails it from beyond the arc. DiVincenzo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Booker against McDaniels. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Richards with a screen. Outside for Booker. DiVincenzo against Beal. Let's go with a three. Durant, no good.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Edwards against Booker. And Edwards, here we go. It's hauled in by the Suns.
He tried to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the breaks.
Here's Edwards following the score by Phoenix. Gobert with a screen on Beal. And Edwards slams it in.
And a slick play called by Edwards, creating space for himself to operate.
Outside Durant. Pass to Richards. Booker looking around. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Here's McDaniels. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Booker. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top, up 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please. They're taking about the shots.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Naz Reid out there with Miller. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Minot in at the 3. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, B.A.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. And so it's Phoenix with it, following the score by Minnesota. Count it. RJ displaying at a faster pace. Work the same in the regular season as it does in the playoffs?
Depends on the opponent. Teams that like to slow it down and can be methodical in the half court can make it a slugfest. You have to be ready for that.
To the right side. Right side Reid. Here's Alexander Walker. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Jones feels it out. Pass to Allen. There's a screen by Bull. 4-3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Leaps for it, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller. And it's Jones with the ball for the Suns. Trailing by 4. Outside Bull. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Shannon, defended by Jones. Now Alexander Walker to the wing, right side. Reid passes to Alexander Walker. Reid, a screen on Allen. Clock at 4. Alexander Walker. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Now here's Jones. Allen outside. Pass to Plumlee. Alexander Walker with it. Miller a screen on Allen. To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And the Suns miss again. Minnesota leading by 8. Outside Reed. A minute 39 left in the third quarter. Drops in the three. Reed's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Jones. Pass to Bowl. And here's Allen. 6 on the shot clock. Dunn outside. That one's off. Still out of sync. For Minnesota, they've gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen. This one for 3. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Jones from outside. Reed with the rebound. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Jones from outside. He drops it from range. Jones has got 5 points. Minnesota leading by 10.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush him.
Yeah, and you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Here's Alexander Walker. Uses the glass on the layup. Alexander Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. They just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Here's Shannon. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Minnesota ending the quarter up 10. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the court right now for the Suns. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Beal, following the score by Minnesota. The 3. Here's Richards. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Edwards, and he drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
Yeah, what energy from Edwards on the drive. Pushing his way inside and straight to the cup.
Booker, the pass to Durant. McDaniels against Booker. Pass to O'Neal. Back to Booker. The 3-ball. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Randall with the jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Suns trail by 16. Durant with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. Counted from distance. Beal's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Down in the corner, Beal shoots with confidence. Just one more area he can score from consistently.
Inside, here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. Back to Gobert. Here goes Gobert, and it's good for 2.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Here's Durant. That shot, no good. The Timberwolves lead by 15. O'Neal on the wing. Rebound, Minnesota.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Right side, DiVincenzo hits the three-pointer.
And how about Edwards? Keeping his head up and spotting the open man.
Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. Now here's Edwards. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 6. DiVincenzo against Beal. DiVincenzo can't hit.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Now here's Beal. Richards with a screen. Beal left side. Outside O'Neal. Over Randall. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 16.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Timberwolves.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And as most people predicted, the defense, even though they were keying on him, had no answers for Anthony Edwards.
Okay, I'm going to explain what he did here. It's called playmaking. Being someone that seeks out their teammates, making the extra pass.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they need.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Beal. It's Booker on the wing. McDaniels covering. DiVincenzo against Beal. Durant for 3. Connects from downtown.
Good eyes, Bradley Beal. That's a nice setup there.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Beal against Edwards. Going inside, and Edwards slams it in.
Oh, great power driving to the bucket. Edwards gets it to fall. A fearless finisher.
Puts up a deep 3. And the miss. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their match.
Talk break leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Lock at 6. Ellis with a screen on McDaniels. And LaVine, here we go. Minnesota with the rebound. Now, here's McDaniels. Randall outside. McDaniels sets a screen for Randall. And the 3 off target. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. We discussed the prospect of facing off against Zach LaVine. Coach said Zach is an uber athlete, can jump out of the gym, but he also has such a nice three-point shot it makes LaVine a headache. We'll switch up who's guarding him as the game progresses. Of course, LaVine can beat you so many different ways. That'll be fun to watch tonight. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Well, the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. West was just better, so the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
On the wing, LaVine. McDaniels defending. Stolen by McDaniels. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. For 3, Edwards. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Now here's Ellis. They need this, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm, or you're going to get a call.
Gobert against Valanciunas, and Gobert kicks to McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple. The Kings trail by 5. Valanciunas with a screen on DiVincenzo. Sacramento again missing. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
DiVincenzo, he can really get up there.
Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. DeRozan for 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Timberwolves leading by 7. Pass to Randall and stolen by Murray. LaVine passes to Ellis. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
Head always on a swivel. LaVine making things happen with his passing.
In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus, but this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
And here are the Kings now, following the 3 by Minnesota. And LaVine launches it from deep. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Ellis against McDaniel. Has to Gobert. Back to McDaniel. 6 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Randall no good. The Kings trail by 7. For 3, Murray hits the 3-point bomb.
Early on in his NBA career, Murray showing he's a capable shooter.
Edwards against Ellis. Left side, Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Randall a screen on Ellis. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
DiVincenzo against Levine. Here's McDaniels. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. McDaniels got 8 points.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He notched 8 points in the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Zach LaVine is out there with Ellis. And it's Valanciunas in at the center, locking down the middle. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
They get the rebound. And finished off by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
And then LaVine with the jam.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. McDaniels sets a screen for Edwards. McDaniels passes to Edwards. To the inside, Gobert, and he banks in the layup.
And the big man from France, Gobert, a menace around the rim.
Outside, LaVine. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Ellis in the post, defended by Gobert. Here's DeRozan. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Looking tenacious on that take. Love whenever DeRozan attacks the rim like that.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Murray outside. And then Murray with the jam.
And showing some creativity. Murray smooth and lethal.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Ellis. For Sacramento, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Snatched up. DeRozan in the corner. Stolen by McDaniels. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Murray finds LaVine. Offline with his three.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look. And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now Ellis against DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Gobert with a screen on DeRozan. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by the Kings. And with that shot, the Minnesota leaders cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from DeMar DeRozan.
Nice hustle there. You can count on DeRozan for this. He works so tirelessly as a scorer.
It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. Misses the three.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Levine's shot is off.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Randall against Murray. Randall kicks to McDaniel. Kick by Randall. Fires from the wing. Another miss by Minnesota.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Drives to the hoop. And Randall throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace, that's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Timberwolves on top, up 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing from Jaden McDaniel.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Miller is out there with Reed. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Shannon in at the 1 spot. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Sabonis, the pass to Monk. Puts up a deep 3. The long-distance 3 is buried.
You know, you got to admire the range that this guy has. Monk just no fear when he pulls up from deep.
Well, Brett, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are, just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
And with that shot, the Minnesota leaders cut down to just 3 on the basket from Monk.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Alexander Walker with the ball. Sabonis defending. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. The Kings trail by 3. Monk kicks to Sabonis. Monk sets the screen for Sabonis. That one, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Count it. Minot's got his first points in this one.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Crowder. Minnesota with the rebound. Here's Alexander Walker. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Alexander Walker with the ball. He's against Crowder. A floater. Shot's good by Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves. Sacramento's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Monk kicks to Sabonis. out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post, dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking fives that we have in the NBA.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Terrific effort from him really all night, yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
Alexander Walker. Here's Reed, and Reed throws it down.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Lyles with it. Hasn't made one yet. No good there off the double clutch.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's Alexander Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
There's 39 seconds left in the third. A three. And Sabonis pulls it down. And so it's Sabonis who brings up the ball for the Kings. They trail by 9 points. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Monk kicks to Lyles. Just 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Now Reed. Pass to Shannon. It's stolen by Monk. Gets it off. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. And a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the fourth. DeRozan and Murray slot in at the small and power forward. Ellis is out there with Zach LaVine. And it's Valanciunas in at center. LaVine wide open. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When LaVine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
Edwards looking it over.
Sacramento foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
Shot clock at 6. For 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Valanciunas with a screen on McDaniel. Again, LaVine missing. Timberwolves leading by 8. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Murray against Randall. There's the triple.
The combination of length and lateral quickness made Murray a solid defender on that play.
The quick look, no good that time. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Murray sets a screen for Ellis. Poked loose and stolen by DiVincenzo and stolen by Murray. There's Ellis with the three ball. They get it back. He doesn't hit that one. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
Right side Levine launches a three. Sacramento again missing.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
6 on the shot clock. McDaniels passes to Gobert. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed, 2 points.
And here's Ellis for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Here's DiVincenzo. .143 left in the game.
And great activity from Levine there. When he's engaged on defense, he's a difference maker.
Gobert, no good. The Kings trail by 11. Levine looking around. Valanciunas with a screen on DiVincenzo. Levine's shot is off.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Back to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on DeRozan. Shot by McDaniels, no good.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
On its way from DeRozan for two. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
So it's the Timberwolves now. They've led by as many as 14 points. McDaniels kicks to Gobert. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them, complete control.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
From deep three-point territory, offline. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry,